In the middle of a conversation with Senator Rick Santorum. He wants to be our president. On my text line, Senator, someone, don't have a name, says blocking NBA games might actually work on North Korea.
I said that's a pretty serious assault on this, on what's his priorities are.
Yes, it really is. All right, so the stock market crashed almost 400 points today. It crashed even worse in China. Are we looking at a beginning of a meltdown or a readjustment? What are we staring at here?
Well, I mean, it's pretty clear that the world economy is slowing down, and that the American economy is not strong. I mean, if the American economy is chugging along and going strong, I mean, I don't think you'd be seeing this kind of impact. But the fact of the matter is, we have incredibly high rates of taxation. We have just unprecedented levels of regulation that is strangling American businesses. All of it has been propped up by a Federal Reserve that's now starting to ease on their money, and as a result, or tighten on their money, and so as a result, you're not seeing the American economy going well. So if it was just China, I don't think we'd see this. But I think it's a combination of softening here in the United States as well as a big softening in China that's causing the problem.
Is there anything a President Santorum could do?
Absolutely. Day one, repeal every Obama regulation that's been put in place that's stifling American business, and particularly American manufacturing. And we've seen a hemorrhaging, over 2 million jobs lost because of President Obama and his policies. And so the one thing the president can do right away is to deal with the regulatory environment in this country, and that's been a pledge I'm make and will make all day long, that we've already got, not just on regulations but executive orders, a team of conservative really great scholars who have gone through this and have already lined up what we can do to liberate this economy and get this place back going again. And obviously, there's longer-term things we can do with trade policies, immigration policies, and tax policy. I'm the only candidate out there that's got a pure flat tax that will get this economic engine roaring in America again.
Don't we live in a world economy now, though? And if China's dropping down 7%, well, more, it would have been more, except they closed trading at 7% loss in China. Yeah, it will affect us no matter what we do, won't it?
Well, if you look at our exports, I mean, we export 2.5 times as much to Europe as we do to China. So China's an important export. I mean, it's about, I think it's a little under a couple $100 billion, which, an $18 trillion economy, a couple $100 billion is a lot, but it's not that critical. We're more important to China than China is to us. And I know people don't realize that, but it's true. China's the fact that the American economy is soft is one of the reasons China's not doing as well. So I think if we can focus on making America stronger, focus on particularly in our manufacturing sector, helping that consumer get better paying jobs and have a little bit more job security out there, I think that's going to be the most important thing we can do to stabilize at least our economic picture.
Let's talk about fuel subsidies in the time that we have left. It's obviously a huge deal here for a lot of people. My position is they should all go. Big oil, everything. It should all disappear. And that would be your place as well?
I've put forth a tax plan that gets rid of all subsidies for everything, not just fuel, but for everything. We get rid of all the corporate welfare, and it's a pure flat tax. And I think it's important and that we quit picking winners and losers. Now, I say that, and I also, I am a strong supporter of the renewable fuel standard. But that is not a tax subsidy. That is a market access provision, which I think is absolutely critical for an industry that is beholden to the oil industry, which is completely integrated from oil well to pump at the gas station, to have access into that market that otherwise they wouldn't have. And the reason I voted for it, I think I'm the only person in this race who actually voted for the renewable fuel standard. I voted for it when I was a senator from Pennsylvania, which is an oil and gas producing state, not an ethanol producing state. And I voted for it because of national security. The fact that we now have a consistent 10%, and it could be more, 10% of our fuel going into our cars is now, we know, is going to be produced here in America, is a very big benefit. That's 10% less than we have to import from the Middle East or from other places that are dangerous to this country. And it also has had the effect of long-term of lowering overall energy prices. So that's why I'm a passionate supporter, and not everybody is.
We're talking to Senator Rick Santorum. We're going to take one final check on the roads, and then we'll come back and wrap this thing up here on News Radio 1040 WHO.